Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and good afternoon. Today we are going to present the presentation on Starbucks Feasibility Study. In this presentation we will cover introduction, methodology, discussions of findings, recommendations, and conclusions. The reason we have done this feasibility is considering the business opportunities in Afghanistan. Currently there are plenty of business opportunities available in Afghanistan, both for international and local businesses. In this feasibility study, we will find out whether it's also possible or all the opportunities are also available for the Starbucks to open their stores in Afghanistan or not. But we also discussed in this presentation that there are also current alternative available to the Starbucks. The current alternative to the Starbucks are the traditional coffee shops. These coffee shops are serving people and the people are going to fulfill their desire for outdoor hot drinks, because the drinking culture in Afghanistan is totally different than the other countries. The people prefer tea over coffees. So from this report and from this feasibility study we understand that the Starbucks should not open their stores in Afghanistan, and with the reason that are coming in the next slides. The methodologies used in this feasibility study is the survey questionnaires as the primary source of data and online resources as the secondary sources of data. We also considered almost the equal number of the participant in this survey, which is 47% of the female and 53% of the male participated in this survey, considering the age group as well as the income range, because not all the people in Afghanistan are highly paid and they are not willing to pay the same amount of money for a single cup of coffee. Thus, in this feasibility study, we will mainly discuss on several topics. At the very first, we are going to discuss legal aspects of the Starbucks investment. Any business that come to Afghanistan and start their operation and all the shareholders are foreigners, so that is known as the foreign direct investment. For these foreign direct investment to be attracted, the government of Afghanistan has a new scheme. Under this new scheme, all the FDIs can obtain one single license for 3 years, and that single license will allow the businesses to operate in entire Afghanistan. There will be no extra taxation imposed on the FDIs, and the visas will be facilitated in case the international staff are required for Kabul or through the Afghanistan, as well as the FDIs or foreign investors are also allowed to register their intellectual properties. In this feasibility, we also considered the marketing and the marketing segmentation as well. And for that, I would like Ms. Hamida Khambari to come and elaborate on that.
Thank you, Mr. Omar Soy. Well, unlike legal aspects of these findings, the marketing and segmentation have some concerning challenges. There are a few reasons for that. First is brand recognition in Afghanistan. Regarding to the survey we conducted, 1/4 of the participants did not even know about the Starbucks company. The other thing we considered is culture. Tea drinking culture in Afghanistan is one major thing that everyone knows. Most of Afghans prefer tea over other beverages. Income is also one important reason that most of Afghans prefer other traditional coffee shops over high-profile stores like Starbucks. And there are elite class customers. They're only centered in Kabul and a few cities of Afghanistan, so Starbucks have a limited market in other areas. In terms of security, current security situation of Afghanistan is really concerning. There are high possibility of attacks on foreign businesses. We have sad incidents of finance and Lebanese restaurants with high casualties. So these all cause the public to not trust in foreign and high-profile stores. Financial analysis also point out to high cost of security, cost of operation, which only beside electricity, because they use generator power, it would be costly for them. For the rentals and staffing, it's relatively lower than other countries in Afghanistan. In terms of logistic and transportation, there are challenges, and there are, of course, it follows costs. I would like to invite Mr. Hafizi to come and elaborate on this topic.
Thank you very much, Ms. Khambari. As we know, logistic and transportation in Afghanistan will be really costly because it's a landlocked country, and all the transportation and logistics is supposed to done by the air or land, which is really expensive. The other findings that we have done is about raw material supplies. First of all, transportation of the raw materials. If you think that a Starbucks company will going to import all the materials from outside of the countries, it must be through air, and it will be really expensive for the Starbucks to do so, and limited resources in Afghanistan. First of all, even though Afghanistan is an agricultural country, still it's not producing enough milk or either coffee beans for its own nations. Afghanistan produce 1.5 million tons of the milk, but the nations requires 8 million tons of the milk for the all over, and it's import almost the majority of it from the neighbor countries like Pakistan and Iran. So Starbucks has no chance in the raw materials. Even if we consume that Starbucks is going to import all these materials from outside, still the supply frequency has its own challenges. For example, security will be a huge obstacle for the supply chains of the important raw materials. Finally, our team comes up to recommendations, and we say that Starbucks should not open stores in Afghanistan. There are several reasons. The first one, there is no market for Starbucks brands. Nobody knows what is Starbucks and what's doing. And the drinking culture. Afghan people mostly recommend tea rather than coffee, and most of the time, none of them know what coffee is and what it's worked for. The third one, security situations does not allow Starbucks operations. Of course, we are fighting with the difference with the difference group, and it has really influence on our economy. So this situation is really difficult to start Starbucks at this situation. And of course, raw material supplies. It has its own challenges, and it's really difficult to overcome all the raw materials for the Starbucks operations. So finally, we conclude that Starbucks has no feasibility to open stores in Afghanistan. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a good day.